Hey Fire Team Whiskey, this is Sergeant Cory Sanden. Today's recipe video is going to be a low carb, keto style bagel. So I'm going to show you the ingredients first, then I'm going to show you how to make this amazing low carb, keto style bagel. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees, get that going, and some things you're going to need for this recipe is you're going to need some parchment paper, and you're also going to need a cooking pan to put your bagels on to cook. So get that ready, and then you're going to need some almond flour. It's 1.5 cups of almond flour. You're going to be needing 2.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 2 ounces of cream cheese, a tablespoon of baking powder, 2 eggs that are beaten, a mixing bowl that is microwavable, and something that I really like to use on bagels is the everything but the bagel seasoning. You can also make that yourself. Just go ahead and Google that and look up the ingredients. And then also your some oil spray or cooking spray is really helpful. That way when you're rolling out the dough, your hands don't get sticky towards the dough. And then also I'm going to show you how to make a nice circular bagel with some kind of cylinder. So here I'm using a juice container, but you can use anything you want that's kind of small in a cylinder form. All right, the next step you're going to do is going to take your dry ingredients, your baking soda and your almond flour, and you're going to mix those two together and make sure that you blend those really well with a fork so that the baking soda or baking powder is evenly mixed with the almond flour. All right, now that we got our dry ingredients nice and mixed, put that to the side. The next step that you're going to do is going to take your mozzarella cheese, put that in your microwavable dish, and then also your 2 ounces of cream cheese, and you're going to put that in together. And what you're going to do is you're going to put that in the microwave for 2 minutes, and you're going to stir it every 30 seconds so that it gets nice and mixed. All right, I got the mozzarella mixture melted and stirred. Next thing you're going to do is going to take your eggs, pour that into that mixture, and your dry ingredients with your almond flour and baking powder, and put that in there. And what you're going to do is stir that together with a fork or spoon or spatula, and you're going to knead that together. Quick tip I'm going to show you is take your cooking spray, like a cutting sheet or a cutting board, okay? And then what you're going to do is pour your mixture on that. And another tip here is if this isn't mixing well, throw it in the microwave for another 10 to 15 seconds to get the cheese melted, and that helps as well. So what you're going to do is spray your hands nice and good there, rub them together. That's going to help the dough from sticking to your hands when you're kneading this dough, okay? You're going to really want to make sure and mix this well, okay? If you need to stop and spray your hands because it will start to stick, okay? That's just another quick tip that I learned after doing this a few times. And you're just going to roll it over, kind of fold it over on itself, push it through, roll it over, push it through. That's just a simple technique of kneading your dough. And you're going to get that nice and mixed. And after you have that mixed, okay, you're going to throw that in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. All right, I got our dough out of the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Next thing we're going to do is divide it into 6 equal parts. So what you can use is a pizza cutter or a spatula or a knife, and you're going to divide it into 6 equal parts. So there's 1 cut, 2 cut, and 3 cut. So now we got 6 pieces, okay? And if you need to take a little bit, even them out, that's okay. Okay? So now we got our 6 pieces of dough. The next step we're going to do, use a little bit of cooking spray here on your hands again. Take your cylinder that you're going to use to form your bagel, and you're going to roll it into a log first, about 5 to 6 inches. Okay, just like that. Okay, it's going to make a little log. And then what you can do is wrap it around your cylinder. Oop, wrong side. Like so. Remove it. That's going to help you make your bagel. Okay? So I'm going to do that 6 times to make a bagel. All right, the last step that we're going to do before we put these in the oven is you're going to take your seasoning that you prefer. You're going to sprinkle it over your bagels. And a little quick tip is to press in the seeds a little bit. That way it goes into the dough. So you're going to go ahead and sprinkle all that seasoning over there. Cover it nice and well there. Pat it down. And these are going to go in for about 14 minutes. All right, I just pulled them out of the oven and cooked them until about golden brown. So it took about 14 to 15 minutes. So what you can do next is let them cool for a couple minutes, like 5 minutes. Or if you just want to eat them like this, that's fine too. But let them cool before you slice them. If you want to have them like a bagel with a sandwich. Some tips that you can have some jelly or peanut butter if you want a sweet bagel. You can use, make this into a sandwich, cut it in half, and you can make it as a breakfast sandwich with scrambled eggs or a sausage or bacon. You can even use cheeseburgers as a bun. So this is a really versatile recipe that you can use for this keto bagel style recipe. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll go ahead and put the macros up on the screen here for each serving. This recipe did make 6 servings. So each bagel, I'll go ahead and list here with the nutrients and the calories and fat and protein and carbs. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys on the next one. Stay fit, always strong.